So this video is going to be about, or a review essentially, about the MegaHome water distiller. A $200 distiller that you can buy off Amazon or the internet directly from their website, etc. This is a great unit, and I've been using this unit for about 3.5 years, I'd say, almost every day, and it still runs just as strong as it did when I bought it. Definitely a solid piece of machinery here. Again, the MegaHome water distiller. I've distilled so much shit out of the tap water with this unit. I mean, the $200, it's I would have spent $500, $600 or more to be able to, get all this shit out of the water so that I don't have to drink it. And for $200, this is a steal. You can actually get one cheaper for around $170 if you get the distiller without the glass collection jar and you opt for the plastic collection jar. I actually recommend the plastic jar collection jar more than the I recommend the plastic one, excuse me, more than the glass, because it's really easy to break glass when you have heavy water in it and you're moving it around, etc. And the plastic that they use is BPA free from this company, MegaHome. It's the distiller in the background. Simple design. Holds a gallon of water. And basically how distillation works is you put water in the boil kettle, you turn it on, and it begins to boil. And as the water boils, steam begins to rise up a coil. And then as it rises, the steam condenses into a liquid, and then eventually that liquid drops out of your distiller. And the way this works, the way it filters stuff out of your water is, excuse me, had a little brain fog there. The elements, the particulates, all of the inorganic calcium and all the compounds cannot rise with the steam because they're too heavy, so they get left at the bottom of the boil chamber and on the sides of the boil chamber. That's the beauty of distillation. The particulates that you're pulling out of the water with distillation are literally so heavy that they can't rise with the steam, so they stay on the bottom of the boil chamber. This is after about 3 distillations here in Walnut Creek, California. I'll show you guys. Again, the smell of this stuff is just horrible. The smell of the stuff that you pull out of the tap water is proof alone that you don't want to be consuming this shit. It smells like chemicals. Sometimes it smells like bleach, bad breath, just all sorts of shit. So let's take a look. I don't know if you guys can actually see in there very well. You can see, like here, you can see all of the calcium beginning to cake on the sides of the boil chamber. You can see all of the see, there you go, now you can see it. You can see all of just the stuff caking up and caking onto the boil chamber from distillation. And over time, man, after about 15 distillations, you'd be shocked at what this stuff looks like. All this stuff that you're pulling out of the water. So I didn't want to make this video very long. Just wanted to make this a quick review and also give some information about distillation. Distillation moves pretty much 99.999% of the garbage in your water. It'll get your water down to close to 0 parts per million and 0 total dissolved solids. You don't want solids in your water from an inorganic source, etc. You want clean. It's just you need clean water is what I'm getting at. Again, the easiest way to begin getting healthy is to stop putting in all of the garbage that you put into your body via the tap. Tap water is not smart. And if you're not smart, chances are It's because you drink tap water. Because when you research what's in the tap water, you find that it's laced with elements that lower IQ, create mental servility, etc. So get on tap water. Get yourself a MegaHome water distiller. This is a great $200 investment. I cannot stress this enough. Again, really simple design, not too big. Only downside to distillation is that it takes anywhere from 4.5 to 5.5 hours to distill 1 gallon of water. The other downside of distillation is that it creates quite a bit of heat in the room that it's in, and it also makes quite a bit of noise. So, you know, if you live in an apartment or you have a roommate, distillation is probably not going to be the best route for you. They're just incredibly noisy, etc. But if you have space to put your distiller in your house without it bothering people while it's on, I mean, get a distiller. I run mine outside during the summer, and when the weather isn't harsh, it's just easy to just throw it outside. And I run mine all day. I usually distill 2 to 3 gallons a day, and you know. So the pros to this distiller: works great. You get distilled, you get clean distilled water on a budget, $200, anywhere from $170 to $200, depending on what model you buy. I don't know what else there is to say, man. I mean, I give this a 5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely. Been using it for years. I've had no problems with it. The cool thing about this water distiller too is that if you see this spout or this outlet, it's filled with activated charcoal. And the activated charcoal pulls out all of if there is anything left from that hasn't been distilled out, and there is cases where where that happens. The activated charcoal will pull it all out. The activated charcoal is there to pick up all the what's the word I'm looking for? Damn it! Volatile organic compounds, because some volatile organic compounds do bypass the distillation process due to the fact that they can rise with the steam. So that's why you have your carbon filter to take all that away, and you're good. This is delicious water. This water makes the best water I've ever drank. Best water I've ever drank by far. You'll find that after drinking distilled water for upwards of a year, if you drink nothing but distilled water for a year and then you accidentally drink a glass of tap water without you knowing that it's tap water, you'll be able to immediately tell that it's tap water just by the taste. You'll be able to after drinking nothing but distilled water for a year, if you drink a cup of tap water, it'll literally fuck you up like a drug. I mean this. This has to be experienced. I've done plenty of experiments where I've gone over 6 months on nothing but distilled water, and then I'd purposefully drink a cup of tap water just to see what it would do to me, and the effects were not kind. A lot of people think that I sound like an extremist for recommending clean water. A lot of people think I sound like an extremist because I say things like tap water is horrible for you and that it's a mind control agent, etc. But do the research. Do the research and do the experimentations with the water that you drink, and I believe that you'll come up with a very similar conclusion as I did. I mean, it's just crazy to me how many people out here in the Matrix want to get healthy, but many of these people don't even have clean water. What's crazy too is that a lot of this, what I found from drinking tap water, my experiments with it, is that it made me crave unhealthy foods. As crazy as that sounds. Every time I experimentally drink some tap water, I end up craving bad food, junk food, etc. It's really weird. Whereas when I put the distilled water in, I'm happy with just consuming clean fuel, such as fruits, vegetables, nuts, tea, seeds, barks, extracts, algae, etc. salads, smoothies. So I've done a ton of experimentation with distilled water, and I have no plan on stopping anytime soon. I don't have no plans on stopping the consumption of this stuff. I mean, this stuff alone has raised my consciousness to such a higher level that, I mean, I'm not going to give up. It's motivation to keep going and going and going. You have to understand the metaphysics of water consumption. You have to understand that when you consume water that's laced with shit, that downloads into your system, it downloads into your cells, it downloads into your consciousness, and therefore your consciousness now mirrors the energy in the water that you drink. So if you're drinking water with dirty energy, you're going to reflect in radiate dirty energy. That's the way it works. What you put in your system has a direct effect on how that system operates. And when you put low grade quality crap such as tap water in your system, you get the picture, man. The metaphysics of tap water, or water consumption. By putting clean, spiritually restructured distilled water back into your system, you literally put purity into your system, because distilled water is absolutely pure. There's no energy in it. There's no garbage in it. There's no negative engrams in it. There's no particulates in it anymore. It's clean. It's pure. And by putting that into your system now reflects and mirrors that purity. And you are what you fucking eat. Would you rather rebuild your body with garbage food and garbage water, or would you rather wise up and rise up and start putting clean fuel in your system? I mean, what happens to your car if you put shit fuel in it? It's not going to operate. The same goes with your body. And what I've found is that what you put in your body not only affects your body, but it also affects the mind heavily. Eat junk food, drink dirty water, and watch what happens to your mind. You do not want all the fluoride. You do not want all the pipe residues. You do not want all the radioactive elements. You do not want all of the arsenic. You do not want all the inorganic lime and calcium. You do not want all of the parasites, etc. Why the fuck would you rather drink that than say, bingo, I should just drink clean water? Many people have fallen in love with just being lazy when it comes to their health, and just thinking that everything's fine and dandy because it's, I don't even, I'm amazed. It's what I'm trying to get at, man. Many people think it's just cool to go along with the system and not question anything and just guzzle down their fluoride water. And if that's what you want to do, then go for it. If you want to neglect and reject and not study all the studies that have been done on the dangers of tap water and fluoride and all the additives, then just keep guzzling it down. And believe me, many people here in the Matrix love their fucking fluoride water. Millions of fluoride heads shuffling around this physical dimension, drinking their fucking dirty tap water. And I'm not trying to be a dick, man, but I know what consciousness is like on tap water. I know what tap water consciousness is like. I know what fluoride consciousness is like. And I also know through my experimentations, my research, etc., that what distilled water consciousness is like, especially when it's restructured with lunar and solar energy. And to see all these people I don't even know what I'm trying to say, man. I can tell just by looking at someone if they drink tap water or not. By the way that I didn't want to make this video long. I wanted to keep it short. So to wrap things up, I apologize for my ranting, but there's a lot to say, man, in this toxic world. So I hope this video got to somebody, and I hope this video inspired whoever watched it to consider drinking clean water, especially distilled water. Go with your intuition. If something's telling you that your body doesn't want distilled water and would rather go with reverse osmosis, then by all means do it. I just resonate with the distilled water because I like alchemy, and I like studying alchemy, and the alchemists used distillation heavily for water, for etc., um, for making essential oils, etc. Distilled water, what's neat about this is that distilled water is an alchemical um, food. When you literally when you take the I'm gonna make a separate video on that right now. I'm gonna end this. Get yourself a MegaHome water distiller for $200. Cheap investment, will last you a lifetime. They have good warranties. Just go on Amazon.com and type in MegaHome water distiller and read all the great reviews. I hope this message inspired you to clean yourself by drinking clean water. I hope this message motivates you to enhance your consciousness by putting clean water in your system. You do not want to drink tap water, you do not want to cook with tap water, and you sure as hell don't want to bathe in it. You need a shower filter, and you need a goddamn distiller or some type of quality filter. Peace be with you.